We are live, madam.
Yes.
Welcome back to the second session. And the second session, we have three presentations. And all the speakers will be introduced by one of our senior coaches, Jyoti Srinivas. Madam, it's totally up to you.
Thank you, sir. So I welcome you all to the second segment with today's case study presentations. We welcome you all. So I have a very interesting speaker now upcoming. She's a very young chap, a graduate, who has done her undergraduation from Sun Degree College. She stays in Hyderabad, and she's going to present a very, very interesting case about how a reversal of a breast lump has happened. Okay, with the holistic approach. So you would listen more about the case through her own words. So I'll hand over it to Shalomita. Shalomita, here you go. I'll share the presentation for you. And take it ahead, please. Could you able to see the slides, sir? I see something else popping up. Yes. Yes, Shalomita.
Ma'am, I'm not able to see the screen, ma'am. I mean, the presentation is not visible.
Okay. Can you see it now?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Please start briefing you about your case, Shalomita. I'll get back. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So, good afternoon, coaches. Good afternoon, sir. And thank you so much for the opportunity. And happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women. We did so many cases, all the reversals. And so, coming to my case, so most of us suppress the emotions, most of us suppress the emotions and we do not express it. And it is like, and we try to divert ourselves by watching a movie or most of the times we hear that, right? Whenever we are feeling low, okay, go watch your favorite movie and go watch your favorite series, but no one are really ready to listen what you feel from inside. So it's like I'll tell an example. So it's like uh, what cleaning one room in the house and when a guest is arriving and leaving the rest of the house messy. So in the same way, in our body also, the rest of the emotions which are not expressed outside, they become messy inside, and they someday or the other day they'll be manifested into a physical or a mental illness for sure. And that was the case about case history. That was a case about my client also, because of her suppressed emotions, how she got the fibroids.
Sir, I forwarded the presentation to you. Could you please try? I'm not able to do. Can you see the presentation now, Shalamita?
No, ma'am, blank screen.
Could someone please call, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I can see it now.
Okay, chalo, thank God. Let me put it on my place. Okay, continue. I'll set it up. It is a PDF, is what you have shared. It's not coming as a slides.
Ma'am, can you put the next slide?
It was not going. That's what.
Madam, are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I shared this.
I'm able.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
please
I'm
go
able
ahead.
to. Shalamita, take it ahead.
Shilamita, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, as I said, because of her suppressed emotions, her emotions manifested into fibroids, all her stress and all, everything got messed up. Next slide, ma'am. Yeah. So, coming to the story of my client, she was a 21-year-old woman. So, she has aimed for so many big things to achieve, and because of all the things in her life which she was going through, she just felt, okay, I can't do this now, I'm useless right now. And like last year she was having tough time with her family members, with her friends, with everyone. And also when she came to me with this, I didn't know it was because of suppressed emotions until me joined HNTP. So it was diagnosed while she was normally getting ready. So, and she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, after the biopsy, doctor said we have to send it for the testing again. It could be cancer. And because of that, she was even much depressed, because at the age of 21, for a woman going through surgery at a sensitive area is not a small thing. So she was even more depressed, and she was not even ready to take so many tablets. They gave the tablets of the 6 to 8 months tablets, and uh, till the time if she takes 6 to 8 months of tablet course, her body is filled with the more tablets, more than nutrients and vitamins. So she was not really ready to take, and that's what she expressed to me. I'm not really ready to take all this. Then I we approached her. So she, like next slide, next the before slide. Yeah. So it diagnosed into fibroadenoma. So breast fibroid. So she had left side 2 and right side 2, and they were like 2 mm in the centimeters. So earlier it was even painful for her. She used to get pain. The lump used to get pain also. So the doctor said we have to remove it and surgery. And the most important thing, the doctor also didn't give any guarantee that they won't come back. He just said we have to remove it for time being. They might come back again. Next slide, ma'am. So after joining HNTP, I got learned so many things. Then I worked with Neela ma'am. So ma'am mentored me. So the interventions we gave was acceptance as holistic interventions, acceptance because she was not able to accept she can achieve that what she want, and she was not able to forgive her parents because her relationship with her parents was disturbed, and unposted letters. She was not the main thing. She was not able to express her feelings, the suppressed emotions. So made her write an unposted letter and burn it, and she uh, started to realize like how much worthy she was, and affirmations for sure. And then castor oil and a heat pack, applying castor oil on the lump, and then treat treating with the heat pack. Then coming to clinical interventions, actually she was even underweight. That was also a case of her anxiety, stress, and all the people around her, like they used to say, you won't eat, that's why you're so thin and all. So even though she eat, but she was like that, and she was like that because even the food was also not digesting for her properly. Her stress levels are so much, and so we included more protein and fruits and vegetables. She started to take her meals without skipping, and completely sugar was cut down, and little mild exercises we gave her just to include physical activity. Next slide, ma'am. So her change by vision. So how she changed. So even though the clinical interventions helped her, she has to change her perspective of how she look herself, the way she treat herself. So earlier, as I said, she was used to feel, no, I'm useless, no, I'm unworthy. And after diagnosing with fibroids, she felt like more unworthy, because now I'm suffering from such a big thing, and I cannot achieve what I want, and I cannot achieve what I want. And that's what her belief about her. But after she started visualizing herself, okay, she started changing her mind, and she started believing in herself, and she forgave everyone, and now her baggage is gone, and her best fibroids are reduced. Next slide, ma'am. So at present report, her fibroids are reduced, her mental health has improved. She started to change. I mean, the way she see herself, and her relationship with family has improved. Uh, Now they are being good. It was also a thing, she manifested herself that my family is not being good with me. But now she changed herself that okay, my family is good with me, and she started showing gratitude for every small little things. She has gained weight now, and the way of her perspective towards life has changed. Next slide, ma'am. So yeah, coming to this slide, the ability to create a life. So she can choose me, or she can go to a surgeon. It is just the ability to choose. Like all the possibility exists. It is all about choosing. She can choose me if she want, or if she doesn't choose me, or she think she would have been thought, okay, she is also of my age only. What can she do for me? But she trusted me, and she came to me, and she chose the possibility which was existing, which transformed her life today. And now she can barely touch the fibroid, and there is no pain, and I'm very happy that I helped her. Next slide, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. This was the short story about my client. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Amazing and wonderful. And coaches, I mean, could you please tell me the reason why, out of all the senior coaches and their nominations, I picked up Shilamita's case especially to be presented in the conference? A young age could heal beautifully. But young age could be an age of confusion also for Neelam, right? Especially if the parents come to know that, okay, it can develop into cancer, they definitely force. And a 21-year-old cannot resist their parents' decision, right? So I want seniors to come up and express their views. Why do you think that I selected this case? Maturity and the confidence. Yes, definitely. I mean, that we have seen in Mohini's case as well. Maturity and confidence. See, the real learning, what is real learning?
Hello.
Is so many of us read Bhagavad Gita, Quran, or Bible, and all these things, right? But how many of us actually believe in it? Say, for example, in Upanishads, there is a word called Aham Brahman, right? And in Bible, it is represented in the same way. I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. When I say I, that means the person who is uttering the word. I am the truth, right? I am the way, and I am the life. So when you start believing in that, when you read something, you just don't read it for literary purpose. When you start applying yourself, when you invoke the Brahma inside, that the creator inside, you can heal anything from within. And when she joined, and thanks to our principal Neelam Madam and another intern Hina, I mean, this entire team worked together on this case because Neelam runs this mentoring interns and new students. So I spoke to Neelam about Shilamita also, and she narrated a few incidents about Shilamita, and then I felt like, okay, her story needs to be told. Okay, it is the conviction that it makes sense. Yeah, acceptance. We all hear that acceptance is good, but how do we practice that acceptance? Forgiveness is good, but how do we practice that? What is the science behind it? Okay, so how the physiology is changing with each and every emotion or each and every memory that we carry inside, and how to get rid of that, how to declutter ourselves from this. That at this young age, right? So she's just a graduate. She's supposed to take her post graduation. She took a small break. So probably this academic year she'll be joining. And I also promised her that I'm going to take her as authorized Triple M coach. She is going to be the youngest Triple M authorized coach. Okay. Because I've seen her, I've given her another case, and she immediately took it with both the hands, and she's working with, I think, Sirisha Medicity, and yeah, the client is doing wonderful, excellent reports are coming for that this thing. So, and I mean, I plan to give another case to her also. I mean, actually, I gave the third case for her. That means she'll be completing 3 cases in no time, right? That qualifies her to be a triple M authorized coach. So one need not be having like MSc or 10 or 20 years of experience at PhDs or papers or behind. It is the conviction. When you learn something, when you start believing in something, right? So that changes. The moment you change your perception, the body's biochemistry changes. That's what is proved in this case. And God bless you, Shilamita. Wonderfully done. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, and I would like to add one more point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually, when I myself joined in the internship, when Danya Lakshmi ma'am said you have to show gratitude for everything and you have to believe it, you have already received it. I was like, how can I believe when I don't have it? Then while reading Bible, I found a verse from Mark chapter. It says, "Believe it as you already received, then it will be yours." Yeah, so it is like that. Then I was really able to connect with the Bible and science. And in Bhagavad Gita also you said, "Yad bhavam tad bhavati." So what we believe is what we are. So that one, sir.
Excellent, wonderful, wonderful. So, I mean, this is the kind of maturity and the potential that we have in young students, graduates and postgraduates. And what is the kind of training that we are giving them, right? They are not given live patients to work on. And so this is going to change with our internship 2.0, the next version of internship. Madhu and Danya are really working hard on that. So hopefully we'll come up with that internship where all the students in all the colleges, they'll be getting live patients throughout their career. First year, second year, third year, doesn't matter, graduation, post-graduation. They will be getting their patients. So that's what is a project and that I'm currently working on. And Shilomita, people like Shilomita and Mohini, Nikita, these are the people who actually inspired me to make this happen. Yeah, and there are so many others as well. But yeah, good job, Shilomita. Yes, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead with the second case study presentation for this second segment. So I'll welcome Rima. Rima is from Coimbatore. She has done her BSc in dietetics and took a little break in career because of family commitments, and she has restarted her career with holistic nutrition training program, and this is her first success story. So happy to have you here, Rima. Over to you to go ahead with the case, and she's going to talk about in youngster, a 30-year-old a man who has been suffering with a lot of hemorrhoids, constipation, and how it eventually solved the issues and able to lose weight is all the crux of the case is all about. So over to you, Rima.
Thank you, and happy morning to one and all present here. I start the case. Ma'am, can you just start screen
Sir, can you
sharing?
please make Rima
Make me the
co-host?
host.
Yeah,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Is my screen visible? Yeah,
Yes.
so this case study is about a man who was not expressive, like how unexpressive emotions and poor lifestyle manifest illness is all the case study about. And coming to the case history, the man he's a male, 30-year-old, Hindu, and his job is auditor, working from home. He is unmarried, and his height was about 174.5 centimeter, and weight was 101.5. So the reasons why he came was like weight loss and piles. He had piles issues with constipation. He only passes 2 days once the stools, and on occasion of having spicy foods, it triggered loose stools in his case. So I was analyzing the 7 areas of life. So first thing on the physical aspect, his BMI was high and he had a constipation and loose stools as said earlier. And he also had gray hairs and the hair fall was little visible. So he was like having an extension to his head. And his analyzing his blood parameters, his vitamin D levels and B12 was low. So his 24-hour food recall was like a typical North Indian meal, 3 meals a day. Evening, he used to have tea with 2 rusks, and no fruits were in his diet. And he used to eat out a lot due to cravings. He has foods like tikki and deep fried foods. And regarding his water intake, it was like 2 liters and below. And coming to his sleep quality, it was quite good, but 8 hours of sleep. And his workout part, he didn't had any working out lifestyle. He was sedentary, and due to his job, he mostly be seated. So, coming to his personal lifestyle, he was not aware of his likes and dislikes presently, and also he lost his father recently due to stroke. So he was holding so much of emotions due to missing his father. And regarding the social life, he was feeling lonely because he used to spend time with his father and he was no more. And even the friends were out of jobs due to they were out of town due to their jobs. And regarding the professional and financial life, as said he earlier, he was auditor working from home, but he was not much satisfied with the job presently due to the financial crunches and the family responsibility. So he was looking for a better paying job. Regarding the psychological and spiritual aspect, he was like a spiritual person, but his self-esteem was too low. He had a low confidence level, and his acceptance levels of the flow of life was also too low. And regarding his venting out, he had the habit of playing cricket with his friends. Since they are out of town, he now got stuck up with mobile games. So this was the root cause analysis. Due to the lack of fiber and no balanced diet and the sedentary lifestyle he was living, and also due to the poor intake of water, he has developed constipation. Added to this, he was unexpressive. He doesn't express his emotions, and he was holding back a lot of emotions after his father passed away. He had so much of responsibilities, family responsibilities, but he couldn't find a proper person to share with. So these were the dietary interventions. So we started with a glass of infused water every morning, like it was elachi for the first 3 weeks and garlic for the next week, and then ajwain for the other 3 weeks. So we also included the vegetables in all 3 meals. We made sure that he incorporates some sort of vegetables in all his diet. No carbs were included at night time since we were focusing on his weight loss. And buttermilk were suggested post milk mainly because his probiotic to improve his gut, good bacteria in his gut. And also fruits were gradually introduced in evening. Initially, we were struggling with adding fruits because he was not financially, and also he was thinking like fruits would perish soon, so I am not interested to invest in it. And also he had the habit of having tea and rusk, which he hardly tries to skip. More than his own choice, it was his mother's choice to have the tea and rusk in the evenings, which she forcefully gives to him. So he doesn't avoid it. So gradually, after educating him, who was okay to have this fruit in the evening, he skipped the rusk and started having the fruits. Maida and processed foods were totally avoided to avoid bowel issues, and mindful eating was practiced. And the water intake level was increased to 3 liters per day. Regarding the supplements parts, B12 and vitamin D were added because of the low levels. And these were the workout interventions. He started walking 40 minutes a day. Twice initially, he started in evenings, and then he started morning and evening walks. After that, we slowly incorporated 10 minutes of Surya Namaskars in the morning. After like 3 to 4 weeks, we initiated with upper and lower body workouts, home workouts, and he did it in alternate days. And the warm up and cool down exercises were added. Like Malasana was suggested before passing stools to ease the flow of passing motion. So this were the holistic goal. Since he was so much holded with emotions and he wasn't expressive, first thing we concentrated his to spend time for himself. He was just loaded with thoughts and he never cared about himself. So first thing we initiated was walking. So he slowly started the slow pace walking, and he was quite happy. And then regarding the acceptance, we educated him like how this is the flow of life and you have to accept the fact. And what the thing is, he was holding a guilt that he couldn't replace the thing with her mother. Like he couldn't manage how his father would take care of his family. So I said, it's okay, you do your best, and no issues. You can manage things, and mom will understand. So regarding the breathing exercises, deep breathing and box breathing were started to align his emotions and to get calm. And regarding the guy, he started with gratitudes, and I mainly stressed upon the journaling part because since he is unexpressive, he needs to express his emotions out. So this journaling helped him a lot to express his emotions. So this was the progress chart. Initially he was 101.5, and after 1 month he reduced to around 91.4 kg, but all of a sudden he had a weight gain in between, and there was no update from his side. So when I contacted him, he said that he was attending some weddings and he wasn't able to omit the foods which were provided. So on the 25th, I gave him advices. So he said that there are 2 more days to have the for the function to end. So I said it's okay. Don't get panicked. You just choose your best food. Be mindful of what you're eating. I suggested how to have the foods. I initially asked him to go more with the starters, so he might feel satiated. So after that, I said out of the 4-5 roti options, you just pick your best two. Likewise, I guided him like how to manage how to choose his own foods. And also one thing which he mentioned here was he was so panicked that his friends might comment on him because being on a diet, he's having so much of food. So I said him, no worries. Even if they ask, you say that your nutritionist only asked him to have his foods. It is only important to enjoy the occasions because occasions comes once in a while, but it is weight can be managed later, but he has to be mindful and enjoy the occasion. So he was quite happy when I said those words, and post wedding he came back and he was quite more serious with his workouts and dietary parts, and only 1 kg weight was increased in after the advice is given. So at the end, he was 91.5 and he quitted due to some personal reasons. So these were the results of his hard work. He started writing gratitude. Initially, he was not satisfied with his job, but on started writing gratitude, the first thing he mentioned was he was grateful to the job. And also during the wedding, he was panicked that my friends might comment on him, but he came back and he was super happy, saying that all his friends said that he was looking slim and cool. So he was super happy over that. And regarding the stool, in spite of having those oily, spicy foods, outside foods during the wedding season, he didn't notice any of the bowel symptoms like loose stools. And even his constipation was on a regular basis. Actually, constipation has gone. He had stools, normal stools on regular basis. So these were the results of his hard work. So I thank this opportunity for presenting my case, and happy International Women's Day to one and all present here. I also need to thank all the men who are behind these women who are helping us to empower. And I thank my spouse and Dr. Suresh Kumar sir for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Yeah, I'm
You may
done.
stop the screen share.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Before I comment on Rima's case, I would like to introduce a wonderful person to all of you who is behind the architect behind this holistic nutrition training program, HNW, and all the things that we are working. Dhananjay Rao from US, the boss of Dr. G Incorporated. Dhananjay, DJ Garu, if you please come on camera, please, once.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. Yeah, it's late for me here. It's midnight, but I thought I'll join. Um, Thank you very much for doing all this and happy Women's Day. So,
So
my
when we
name is
started,
Dhananjay. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm from IT background, but I follow Dr. Suresh, and I do follow more fitness here. Whole my family as well as my kid. So this is my side passion apart from my daily job. So I wish you all the best. You're all doing a great job.
Okay, so if you're all of you are able to see the Kajabi app and the courses and all, and he is the one who is providing us with all the infrastructure and the resources for us to have these lessons and make changes in people's lives. We must all be grateful to his contribution and his passion. Very soon we'll be launching Illness Illusion also. It is getting ready, and we need all our support from our coaches for to make that program as much successful as possible. Thank you, DJ Garu. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome, and yeah, please carry on. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So Rima's case, especially the reason I chose is once you do either graduation or post graduation in nutrition, many parents they think that even if we send them to a job, they'll get 10,000 or 15,000, hardly 20,000. For that, they have to work from morning 9 to 6 or evening 7, and it's not worth it. Better they get married into a good family and they can take care of the family and all these things. But look at the kind of passion Rima carries. Okay, even though she got break, right? And her passion to learning remained, and that fire uh, actually made her join HNTP, and she started taking cases, and we saw the phenomenal transformation. Within 2 months, the person is able to lose weight 10 kgs and able to address the constipation, IBS issues, and all these things, and able to make lifestyle changes. And if you observe, Rima advised him some yogasanas, right, in her intervention. Did anyone observe that particular point? Okay. So unfortunately, we attribute certain things to certain religions or certain cultures or certain practices. It's nothing like that. There is only one creator. Okay. And everything that is being created, if you attribute it to that creator, and we believe that we are the creator's creation. So then the creator and the creation becomes one. So that is the beauty in this presentation. And thank you, Rima, for this wonderful presentation. Yes, madam.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
go ahead with your turn.
Yes, sir. So the next in this mid-noon segment is the third case study. This is going to be come up by one of the senior coaches, Kavita. So Kavita is from Chennai, and for all the people who are more interested to know about the Mission Medication Free Million, the MMM campaign, she is going to be the chief coach and the director for that. And the case that she's going to talk about today is about a 72-year-old uterine cancer survival case who's going through a lot of emotional and family conflicts. No, winning cancer is one end, and going through the post effects of the case is more challenging at times, and you get to hear the transformational journey of this particular cancer survivor through our coach Kavita. Kavita, over to you.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. So can I have the access for the?
Sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah. So good afternoon, coaches. My case study is about uterine cancer, sir.
Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, sir. It is actually, sir.
Next to this volume button, bottom, right, bottom. Bottom.
Volume.
Right bottom, next to the volume, there is a screen kind of icon.
Just a minute, sir. Can you share, sir? I'm actually.
No, it's okay. You are there. So you are able to see the volume 74% here. Right corner, bottom. On your screen.
No, sir.
74%. Are you able to see that?
I will help, sir. Kavita,
Move your cursor a bit down.
Kavita, your cursor is on the this thing, no, the floor kind of thing. Where is your cursor?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that cursor.
Actually,
you just bring it
no,
little down. You have the volume numbers shown where you have the minus symbol just next to it. Before it you have a symbol that is, or you press F5. Yeah.
Here, meeting is now live stream. Stop sharing. Oh, no, I am not able to find out right now. Is my volume not audible, sir? Like what I speak is not audible?
Volume is fine.
Okay.
Volume is
Shall I send it to you, sir, for sharing it?
okay. No problem. Just go ahead. It's okay.
Kavita, you make co-host. I will share the this thing. I have the presentation of yours. You just make me host. I will do it for you.
Co-host has to be made by the host.
So can you make me the co-host, sir? Kavita, please stop sharing.
Yeah.
Is that okay, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, Kavita, go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, coaches. So my case study is about a post-uterine cancer. This cancer patient, next slide, Revati. So the daughter of the client approached me telling that her mother has undergone the surgery for the cancer and all the treatment, that is the radiation, chemotherapy, everything is over. But the emotional trauma is more, and more of, she approached for her mother to get away from the emotional trauma. So getting into the story, my client is a 72-year-old female. She is a graduate of BA and she has also done her BEd and was working as a teacher in her native school. She has a sibling of about 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Her life was very much satisfied for her till the age of 26 and 27. And what happened is, suddenly, she was pushed by her parents to get married to a man as a second wife. but it is none other but her own sister's husband. So her sister had 4 kids, her own sister. She had 4 kids, and at the end of the delivery, unexpectedly, she passed away. So to take care as a role of mother, she was pushed to get her married as a second wife, which was very hard for her to accept it initially, but for the sake and the love for her parents and her sister, she accepted the proposal and she took it as a wholeheartedly, and she accepted the kids as a mother, as her own kids, I should say. So her husband is a very well reputed man in her town, and he was in a big post, and it is like all the people from the town come to visit him daily, and she was leading a very respectful life, whatever it is. And the kids also grew up under her guidance. They were married, they were very well settled, and they got their own children's and the grandchildren's. This happened. What happened is that 2 years back, she lost her husband because of the COVID. So after that, small disputes in the family started to ruin the family and turn into a large one. So the sons started to treat the mother in a different way. And the final statement given was, "You are not a mother. So anyway, you are a stepmother." So a lot of disputes into the family made her put into a lot of rejection, and finally she moved out of her family. She was pushed out. She said, "I don't want to bear anymore this long-term rejection." So that is where she started to move to her daughter's house. And after a few months, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer, where she had a doubt. She started to bleed heavily, and she was taken, and all the procedures were done, and uterine cancer was detected. So her daughter, being a dentist, somewhat she was able to identify the cause, and immediately she was able to recover her mother quickly from the physical trauma, I should say. But emotionally, the mother was very well down and dejected. So when they came, when they came to me, the client hesitated to open up in a few sessions. And she was just talking about her routine, what she had, and so on. Okay. So I have given the weight, taken the weight and the height, which is about, height is 137 centimeter and weight is about 58 kgs. When the client was enrolled, she was also taking medications for high blood pressure, as well as she was suffering from IBS for about 3 to 4 years. Next slide, please. Okay, initially, the 24-hour dietary recall was taken and block journal was also given to the client. While encountering like the dietary recall, the diet seems to be more of unbalanced and not in a proper time. So this was segregated, the time and the meal was segregated, and to make her a routine, time was set up to have it. And close monitoring of water intake was done, and slowly infused water, and the client was put on other detox to elevate her IBS symptoms. Coming to holistic interventions, the first thing I started is mindful eating. Why mindful eating is the client is already stepped out of her family. She is staying with a daughter, that too a busy daughter who is handling a hospital. So she has to stay alone in a room where she is given. She has to pass away at time, and all the time the TV is switched on. So watching the serials every time, putting that emotions too on the plate and having it seems to trigger her more, I should say. So slowly I started to make her know the importance of mindful eating. So I said, "Auntie, please look into your plate. Just analyze the taste, whatever you eat, and let know your maid what has to be done for the next," and so on. Slowly, she started to do that, but now it has become a ritual, I should say, a mindful practice. The next tip is gratitude journaling. When I initiated this, she questioned me what to write, whom to thank. I regularly thank God for keeping me healthy. Apart from this, I don't have anyone to thank. So that also the statement slowly turned into, small people were coming into her mind, and she started to thank each and every one. And now gratitude journaling has become a routine also. Apart from this, I gave her affirmations to make her write and say it aloud also. This affirmations and the gratitude journaling has put her more into the positive way of thinking. So slowly after, at the mid of third month, I should say, third month of intervention, one day she broke up to me crying and said that I have forgiven my sons. I need my sons back. Even though he has thrown all sorts of words on me and has pushed me out, he is my son. I want them back. I want to be with them. So that was the statement where she felt very down that one particular session breaking them. Then I slowly started to talk to her about the forgiveness activity. Why forgiveness is important? So forgiveness to elevate her health also, and the same time to make her sons to get out of this. At the end of the third month, again she spoke to me saying that my son has called me and she has asked apologies for whatever he has done, and now he is feeling very bad and he wants the mother back. So this was the statement, and she felt very happy after this. The next slide. So giving her a balanced diet and the water intake, continuous water intake, improved her symptoms of IBS, I should say. This forgiveness activity facilitated more of her emotional healing. Also, I asked her to do a small drawings and send it across to me, because initially she didn't have the grip of holding a pen or a pencil. So I made her to do a small drawing and send it across to me. And she likes to sing, she said. So while watching any devotional songs, I asked her to sing along whatever she sees in the TV, how much ever you start singing. So after taking this into the practice, she said, now I am singing every day for half an hour. And small, rangolis or other sketches she draws and she sent it across to me. So that was at the end of this 3 months, I was able to see her recovering very more holistically and physically also. Next slide, Rev. So this case study, I should say, it proves the power of holistic approach. So not only the dietary interventions, holistic interventions were equally paramount to this client to overcome her emotional trauma as well as the physical trauma. So thank you, sir. I'm done with this.
That's a wonderful case, Kavita. Very.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Any questions regarding this, coaches and others? Thank you, sir. So I think now you're all able to connect why uterine cancer.
Sir, you're there? You have your words, sir?
Yeah. Just waiting for others to ask you the questions.
No questions, but a lot of appreciation for Kavita from all the people.
So Kavita, first of all, I wish every woman over here a happy Women's Day. And Kavita, that was a wonderful presentation. I really loved all those fine touches where you asked her to stop. I mean, you came to know that she's watching TV serials while eating, and what kind of things she's feeding in, not only with food but with thoughts and emotions. That is one part I really loved it. And second thing is, like, she was not able to hold pen and pencil, whatever it is. Being a coach, it is very important, like, each and every small things what they are doing, we should be able to know that first. And you rightly gave her some kind of an activity, and I'm so happy that she did something and she was sharing something with you. Every small things actually give the compounding effect, and eventually you have achieved what you want to achieve. That's a wonderful presentation, Kavita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Revati. One more thing I wanted to share is the moment the client started to forgive his son, what happened is simultaneously he was suffering from cancer. The energies that was passing from the mother to son, he started to miss his mother a lot. He started to talk to all his relatives and neighbors that I should have not done this. I want my mother back. And unfortunately, he passed away. So she was into, again, I had to convince her and get her back out of this. And now, she's praying for the soul to rest and give the family the strength.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Kavita. I mean, when I asked Kavita, gave me the three options. Like, these are the cases that I do have. So I preferred this one because she worked with another cancer case with, I think, Shika and Dania or someone, Dania. So then I asked about this particular case. I mean, I don't know the details, but the way she narrated the story, okay. So, and how intricate the relationships work, right? And as a coach, how fortunate we are to learn these stories and apply it to our own lives and improve our own lives and educate our fellow coaches, right? So this is the reason why I chose, and I did not know. I mean, suddenly it struck me, no, Kavita, do this uterine case. I don't know any of the details. Just know that uterine cancer survivor. But it's a wonderful case of like the dysfunctional relationships, right? Out of all 7 areas of life. So how a dysfunctional family gets suffered and why relationships are more important out of all 7 areas of life is proved in this particular case. And good job, Kavita, well done. And with this, I think we concluded our second session. We all join back for our final session where we have Sabha from UAE and Vijay and Swapna from Chennai joining us. Vijay is in Chennai or Madurai right now?
Chennai, sir. The fire will be back.
Okay, thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you for considering. And Ravati, if you are there, you are going to host the third session, just like Jyoti madam.
So, yes, sir. I will get in touch with you, sir, for that, because I've got another session at 5 o'clock, sir, online.
Okay, fine. All right, then. Take care. And all three coaches, wonderful job. Shilomita, Rima, and Kavita, wonderful case studies. And all these things are like quite enlightening. And most of these cases, they don't see the light of the day. Okay. And as holistic coaches, you are able to unearth the root causes for these problems. So in each and every family, there is a lot of drama and which leads to a lot of trauma. And finally, Okay, so this sickness and illness. So, and when we get this chance to learn from these patients, we should be feeling grateful, right? So that's what HNTP training is all about. And I'm really glad with all your hard work and dedication towards learning, and keep it up. Well done. God bless you. See you all at 4 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, coaches. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Right. Bye-bye.